As the war drags on, the cost of war keeps rising. The Pentagon is reportedly seeking over $200 billion from the U.S. Congress to fund the ongoing war against Iran. The cost of the conflict has escalated dramatically from initial estimates. The Washington Post, citing an anonymous senior administration official, has reported that the proposed amount would far surpass the cost of the Trump administration's campaign till date. It remains uncertain how much funding the White House will ultimately ask the Congress to approve. As per some officials within the administration, Pentagon's proposal may struggle to gain sufficient support, potentially triggering a major confrontation in the Congress. Meanwhile, public backing for this military campaign remains limited, and Democratic lawmakers have strongly criticized the conflict. Reacting to the Washington Post report, Iran's foreign minister Sayyed Abbas Araghchi has said, and I quote him, "We're only 3 weeks into this war of choice imposed on both Iranians and Americans. These $200 billion are the tip of the iceberg. Ordinary Americans can thank Benjamin Netanyahu and his lackeys in the Congress for the $1 trillion Israel First tax that's about to hit the U.S. economy," unquote. The United States, remember, spent $11.3 billion in just the first week of its military assault on Iran. This figure reportedly covers only the cost of the munitions that were used in the initial strikes. It excludes broader expenses such as troop deployments, logistics, and the ongoing operations. This suggests the total cost is already significantly higher. Now, let's say the addition $200 billion request is approved. Then, the American expenditure on war could exceed more than half of Iran's annual gross domestic product. As per the world meters, Iran's GDP stood at $356.51 billion in 2025. The $11.3 billion spent in the first week alone outweighs the budget of several American government agencies. Now, these include the Environmental Protection Agency at $8.8 billion, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention at $9.2 billion, and the National Cancer Institute at $7.4 billion. The U.S., remember, first attacked Iran in joint operations with Israel on the 28th of February. Since then, strikes and counterstrikes in West Asia have only intensified.